Back in business, firing on both barrels, YouTube Live and Twitch, trying to build my online presence, my empire. What's up, Melissa? How you doing today? Today is not going to be a super long live, going to keep it quite short, but still did not want to deprive you guys from your daily dosage of the Wounded Viking. My hair is a little bit messed up. Need to put some conditioner in there. That's what I need to do. What's up, Jenna? How you doing? I'm just fine. Today we've had a mixture of snowstorms and sunshine in Belgium. Feels like spring is trying to finally start, but winter is holding on tight. Alrighty, so let's get straight to it. Ask me anything you want to know. Like I said, today will be a short stream. What's up, Rebecca? Wow, 3 women, no guys. That's good. Too many dudes in here, man. Hey, they're from California. If I go to my analytic tab, it actually tells me that 70% of my audience are men. So I'm trying to balance that out. Oh, you're from California too. You guys know I used to live in LA, right? For 3 months. Didn't like it though, to be honest. Never had a harder time making friends than I did in LA. What's up, Sang? What's up, Sarah? Shout out to England. Shout out to India. Lucky you. I know, right? Yeah, LA wasn't my thing. When did you live here? I think it was 2016, 2015 or 2016. I was living in Hollywood. I was living in Silver Lake, Highland Park. Those are the 3 spots where I stayed. Silver Lake I really liked. Hollywood I didn't. It was really ghetto. Jenna, I wouldn't mind moving to another state like Wyoming or Oregon. Oregon seems really nice. It seems like you're still close to California, but then like it has more of that like nature type. I've heard Portland is really nice. Whoa, 6'4" confident guy had trouble making friends. Yeah, man, people in LA didn't like me. I felt like every single person that lives in LA is there for a very specific reason. Like no one just, coincidentally ends up in LA for no reason. My impression was that everyone that I met was either in the show business, trying to become an actor, trying to become a singer, trying to become famous, basically. And, people come there with a dream. And it's all about who are you and how can you help me. Mind you, I didn't even have a car in LA. I was going everywhere by bike. So I was considered homeless for the most part. Anytime people would find out I didn't have a car, they would just look at me in sheer disgust. I'm sorry to hear Cali didn't represent well for you. It's okay. Like I know it wasn't Cali. Like I think it was just like an LA thing. The whole concept of people being flaky. It was explained to me many times by many different people. Anytime I would tell them like, yeah, it's kind of rough for me to make friends here, they would be like, yeah, that's normal. LA people suck. It's funny. You'll have to come to the valley someday. You're an inspiration. Thank you. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. But yeah, from all the places in the US, I had the most fun but that's very subjective because I didn't even like Vegas, so I'm not the norm. Like I know everyone loves Vegas. I didn't. It wasn't my thing at all. I spent some really nice time in Deer Isle. Deer Isle, that's like an island off of the coast of Boston, more or less. Flagstaff, close to Phoenix, Arizona. I had a good time there. Where else? I mean, I love San Francisco, but I was visiting as a tourist, but I love San Francisco. Lots of aspiring actors in LA. Yeah, I can imagine. What's up, Celestro? How you doing? So where do you live? You live in LA? Or you live close to it? What's it like living in Cali as a normal person? What does one do? Where does one go? That was another thing. LA doesn't really have like a place. Like I was always in all the places I lived, there was always like a city center. For example, Barcelona, there is a certain place where you know this is where the party's at. LA doesn't have that. Like if you go down to downtown LA, it's not really the place to be. It's super dangerous, you know. And LA is basically five cities. It's too big. It's too big. It really is. Because I would meet people, but then they would basically live 2 hours away by car. So it's like, are we really living in the same city? I am 1 hour from the biggest trees in the world. Where are the biggest trees? Flagstaff's gorgeous. Yeah, I like Flagstaff. Vegas is okay for like 2 days. No, you're right. It is like my problem was I stayed there for like 5 days or something ridiculous. It was my fault. I fucked up. It was terrible. We were staying in the Stratosphere Hotel, all the way at the back of the strip, budget hotel. Funny man. No, I hated it. I hated it because I was there for too long. I'm sure if I would have gone to Vegas for 2 nights, I would have loved it. But I wasn't hip to the formula. I messed up. I messed up. Sequoia and Kings Canyon National Parks, Grand Grove, Cedar Grove, General Grand Tree Trail. Okay. I'm sure at some point there's going to be another US trip in my life. Just right now, I'm trying to travel in Europe first. If I could just travel in Europe again, I would already be very satisfied right now. But yeah, I always had a great time in the States. Can't complain. Cannot complain. I couldn't save my mother. I don't have a significant other, and I live in a city that profoundly disgusts me. Why should I go on living? Because the alternative is not much better. Like, anything is better than death. What are you going to do in death? Nothing. You're just going to be dead. So, how about you move out of that city and watch things change? The fact, you couldn't save your mother. I mean, I don't know the backstory to that, but that's life, man. Like, people die, people pass away. Now you can choose to hang on to that for the rest of your life, blame yourself, or you can move on from it. We are not our past. We are not our traumas. What do you think about the afterlife? What do you mean? I have no reason to believe that there is an afterlife. It just sounds like something that people want to believe. Like it sounds something that religion has put together to convince people that if you just be a good boy in this life, we'll give you a great afterlife. Plot twist doesn't exist. So I have no. Why would I be concerned about a reality of which I do not know it exists when I'm actually in a reality of which it looks like it's pretty real? I'm not thinking that far ahead, man. I'm not trying to think about the afterlife. By the way, guys, hit the thumbs up. Don't be shy. All the existential issues about problems we discuss as men, I don't think women think about these same issues. Hmm, I'm pretty sure women also think about existential issues. I think that this is it just depends on the women that you meet and that you talk to. It depends. It just depends on the woman. It's hard to generalize like that. Sorry guys, my chin is leaking. What's that behind you? Um my wall? Osteria, what's up? How you doing, man? I'm great. Shout out to Twitch. Paper towels. Yeah, this is paper towel. I'm sitting on the table where we usually eat. What's up, Kevin? How you doing? What's up, Violent Cheese? What's good? What's good? What's good? Shout out to my Twitch family. Building my empire one brick at a time. Not much going on over here. Monday, I already coached 2 clients today. I did groceries. I hit the gym. Well, my little home gym back in my parents' place. And now I'm on here. What's up, Alexandra? How you doing? Women think about completely different things. We're not similar at all. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Well, sure, but I don't think that means that women don't have the ability or, in general, don't think about existential issues. Like, I'm sure some women have pondered on the meaning of life and things like that. I'm not saying we think like women, but there's also men who are very feminine. There's also women who are very manly, regardless of their sexual preference. What gym day was it today? Today I did deadlifts and curls. Basically, that was it. Oh, and rows. So back, biceps, and yeah, deadlift. What's up, Baruni? Hey, Lisa, how you doing? Soup. Shout out to Hawaii. Hola, Santiago. Hey, Molly. If you could be a child again, would you be one? Hell no. Why would I do that? I think one of the hardest times in one's life is like between 12 and 19. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Those times are hard, man. You're scared a lot. You compare yourself. You got kids who are much more mature than you. It's you're dealing with all these raging hormones. You don't know how to deal with it. I wouldn't even. I'm not even trying to go back to my early 20s. I love being in my 30s. Just knowing who you are. I used to do so many things because I thought I had to do them, like literally, like going out and drinking and every weekend. I never understood that it just wasn't for me. I very much enjoy figuring life out, experiencing things, and learning what you like and what you don't like, and then the ability to apply that to your future decisions. I love being rational and thought out and making good decisions. That gives me joy. I can get a lot of joy from the outcome of a good decision. Um, and that comes with experience and age. I'm the head out, my guy. You have a good one and keep safe. All right, Val and Cheese, thank you for stopping by, my man. Appreciate you. Peace. I was just in Maui 2 weeks ago. Man, I'm jealous. When am I gonna get to go to Maui? I'm 25, kind of questioning my career choice so far. Well, Padma, if you're questioning it, then it doesn't sound like it is what you should be doing. Might not be the thing. Mind you, 25 is extremely young, so you still have all the opportunities in the world to reinvent yourself. What is it about your career choice that you're questioning? You are right. Thank you. Shout out to my 2 Twitch viewers. Thank you for joining me today. Anything you want to ask me, nothing is off limits. Just let me know. Potatoes or rice? Rice all day. I'm a big rice fan. I can eat rice every single day. I don't like potatoes. Yeah, rice with literally everything. Would you please explain what Twitch is for us old folks? So basically, Twitch is where all the youngsters go to watch people live stream now. Twitch is like It mainly started off as a gaming platform. So for whatever reason, young people like to watch people game. Mind you, not game themselves, but watch other people game. I know it's weird, but that's what they do. And Twitch just also has like a general chatting function, which is what I'm doing now. So yeah, just trying to diversify my bonds. Youngster, I feel like young now. You are young, man. If you're on Twitch, you are young per definition by default. And yeah, someone has been telling me like for a while, like you should really try to get into Twitch. It could really be something, because you're good at live streaming. So I'm trying, man. I'm trying new things, as I always recommend all of you guys to do. How to sober up from drugs. I'm a passionate visual storyteller. The drugs are ruining my potential. Totally suffering, relapsing mentally. Big issue. Real talk. Dude, honestly, man, the best way to sober up from drugs is probably to go into therapy. Go join a like an AA group or something like that. It's hard to do by yourself. Hire somebody, get help. So it sounds a bit like this. Molly, it's literally like this. It's just for young people, I guess. No, I mean YouTube is a little bit different than Twitch. Twitch, I think, is only live streaming, but yeah, it's just like it's the new thing, and I'm trying to stay relevant, man, and just trying to reach as many people as I can. But yeah, Baruni, listen, man, you need to get a handle on that. If you want to talk to me about it, if you want to work with me on that issue, you can email me. This is my email, lorenz.reach@gmail.com. And we can see what we can do together. How is my jaw doing? Yeah, it's still infected. So here it has an open wound that is just festering, but it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that. It just has to heal. Do you mind me asking what was your most recent surgery for? So basically they hollowed out my jaw a little bit, the inside of my cheek to make room for future teeth. They enhanced the form, so I have more. It's more 3D now. I have more tissue on this side now, and they also They actually placed a plastic piece to push my lip forward again. They hollowed out the front of my chin to make room for new teeth. The thing is, when they hollowed it out, they had to put this plastic thing in to keep it hollow. Otherwise, the body has a tendency to just shrink. That's what scar tissue, like the body will always shrink if you cut it, and then it would just disappear, if that makes sense. I wish your podcast got a deal like Rogan's. Me too. ¿Hablas español? Claro que sí, hablo español. Hablo español muy bien. Puedo hablar de todo lo que quieres. Tal vez tengo que comenzar un podcast solo en español con mi novia. Podemos hablar todo el día en español para mi gente. Ya, 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 ya. Do you think women are socially smarter than men? No, not. Well, generally, yes. But there's also a lot of men who are socially very smart. But generally, yes, women are socially smarter. That's true. Hey man, I want to start a business online, but I'm so lost with all the purpose and options. I'm thinking on growing a carnivore diet channel and selling courses. What do you think? Yeah, man, go for it. Like, understand that YouTube is a grind. It's never been harder and more competitive than it is today. But if you feel like you're offering something that is quite special and unique, go for it. Just start. Don't overthink it. Just start producing content. Do not be crippled by the need for perfection. It's never gonna be as good as you want it to be. The only way you can make it as better is by practicing, by putting stuff out there. But yeah, man, the only way you're gonna figure out which option works for you is by actually starting to try options. Like, don't just stop procrastinating, stop overthinking it. You're never gonna have a perfect game plan. You have to start trying different stuff, sauce, and that way you can figure out what works for you and what doesn't. It's unlikely that your first idea will be the thing that you end up settling with. It's possible though, it's just unlikely. Why can't everything be done in one single surgery? It doesn't work like that. The whole tissue here is very unstable. We need to move step by step. This needs about 6 months to heal right now before we can do the next surgery. Mind you, I've been getting surgery since 2013. This is 8 years in the making. We're still not there. So we're constantly balancing on the edge of a ravine, on the edge of the cliff, basically. And one mistake can mess up the balance that we have. Is it possible to get plastic surgery? This is all plastic surgery. I know this doesn't fit the people's general notions, the people's general notion of what plastic surgery looks like, because people have been taught to believe that plastic surgery is Botox and fake asses and perfect faces. But this is also plastic surgery. It's just sometimes you can't make it look as perfect as you want. I remember you saying surgeries were done and you didn't object to ever have a lot of teeth. Are you excited? Yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy. For pain, do you take painkillers when you're at home or do you smoke weed? I'm not really in pain, but I prefer plants over pills for sure. Francesco, to be honest, I think you would get a much bigger audience in Spanish. I don't know about that. I really don't know. I don't know. Maybe, man. But then again, to start all over in Spanish, why do you think that is? Why do you think I would make a bigger audience in Spanish? Let me know. Do you know what will be the end result of all those surgeries? Well, bottom, like I said, the general like shade should be more normal again, but it'll look like this, just better, and with bottom teeth and a Colgate smile. So that's the idea. How can I trust people again? By understanding that by punishing people in your present for actions done and committed by people in your past, you are only sabotaging and hurting yourself. You cannot live your life that way. You cannot hold past traumas against new people. Your new boyfriend is not responsible for your old boyfriend cheating on you. Your new friend is not responsible for your old friend betraying you. Like, it just doesn't work that way. You just, like, that's just something you have to accept. And if you can't accept that, you're going to have a shitty life, period. So learn to trust people or learn to be alone. What would you do if you were 50 years old again? Watch the Police Academy? Be a kid? I don't know. I have no I don't think I never long to be 15 again. I'm very happy with the age I'm at, and I look forward to the future. To be honest, at this point, it doesn't look that bad, but the bottom teeth will be for sure the biggest life changer. Yeah, man, I will be able to eat again. I'm happy with the way it looks now. Like, it's way better than it used to look, trust me. But, I thought I had a dad with no shoes until I met me a man with no feet. It's all about perspective. It all comes down to what you're used to. And for me, this is really good already. Doesn't mean it can't get better though. What do women want most in a man, do you think? I would say trust and the ability to have a intelligent conversation and also emotional insight. I think those three things rank very high. If you can talk with a woman, like really talk, the way she can talk with her friends and really understand her, I think that's something that's very important. Emotional intelligence and trust. The fact that she could, like, there's a lot of dogs out there, man. There's also a lot of cats out there. Women cheat as well. So yeah, trust. Rennie, I pick up your email. This is my email, buddy. Anyone that wants to hire me to turn their life, hold on. Ooh, this is a mistake. Anyone that wants to turn their life around, lose weight, switch careers, move to a different country, get over a toxic relationship, get over a breakup, get over feeling ugly and not good enough, send me an email. You can hire me. We can do this on a personal basis, and we change your life. What do you got to lose? If you are one of the things I just mentioned, you got nothing to lose. And the Viking would love to help. Hold on. Any tips for a healthy life for a teen? Yeah, don't drink too much. Don't smoke weed or do heavy drugs. Like, I'm not telling you should never do them. Just don't do them when you're a teen. Like, I'm very happy I never smoked weed when I was a kid, because it can, when your brain is still in the formative stage, weed can really fuck it up. I thank God for having strict parents and making me scared to try weed. I didn't try weed until I was 21 years old. Thank God. Kids are not supposed to smoke weed. Trust me, they're not. I've seen it happen. They can turn you into little autistic beings. I know friends of mine that just completely, because of weed, like, they lost their social skills. They became lazy. Weed is very powerful. Weed is very impactful, and it is a weapon for which you need awareness, self-awareness, and responsibility. And you don't have those things when you're a teenager. I don't care how mature you think you are. So that's what I would recommend. You might not know this, but Latin Americans really love it when someone shows interest for their culture. There are, for example, several Russians with Spanish channels, and many people like them a lot. Shit, this is interesting. Thank you, Francesca. Gracias, montón de gracias. Voy a hablar de este tema con mi novia. Puede ser que voy a probarlo. ¿Por qué no? Maybe, why not? That's my exact answer, trust. I'm glad, Rebecca. I pick up your email, I'll send you mine. If you ever come to North Canada, you'll have a place in the vehicle. Nice, man. Thank you, Rennie. Shout out to North Canada. So you're Yukon. That's like where all the nature is at, right? And don't read what's written about you online. Ever thought of suicide? No, I haven't. I haven't. I had to fight way too hard to live to ever consider pulling the plug myself. All I ever thought about was, how am I gonna make it out of this? How am I gonna advance? How am I gonna get to a place in the space and time where I'm stable again, and where I don't have wires going in and out of my body, no syringes, no cables. I was just trying to figure out a way to be able to just walk around freely again, autonomously, without needing someone, without needing help, or without someone baiting me. So I was always focused on living, not dying. I'm late, listening from Uganda. Shout out to Uganda. 30,000 people for a place as big as France. Sounds pretty cool, Remy. What's it like? Is it cold? What's up, No More? How you doing? Instead of changing to another language altogether, you could dedicate some of your live streams or vlogs to Spanish speakers. Yeah, that's tricky though. If you run a bilingual channel, that's tricky. I think people want it to be one way or the other. I'm not sure. I think Islam is a huge threat currently and in the future. Your thoughts? Oof. I'm not touching that one with a 20-foot pole. Um, for sure, there's aspects of Islam that are very threatening. I'm not going to deny that, but there's also a majority of people who are just peacefully exercising their right to have a religion. So I'm not going to box them all in the same category. There's a lot of huge threats, and the Catholic Church is not much better than Islam. I feel like they're just further in the process. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at all the things that the Catholic Church has done in the name of God. So quite terrible. Does being too handsome have any disadvantages? For sure, people don't take you serious. People, you have to work harder. You have to be better at your job to get the same respect. Because when you're handsome, people are just waiting to shit on you and tell you that are just you are just successful because of your looks. For example, a beautiful woman, sure, they have a lot of perks, but they also have to work twice as hard to get the same respect because people are just waiting to shit on them. -20 yesterday, -40 during 2 weeks of February. Ooh, damn, that's cold. But yeah, think about it. Like, why don't we never talk shit about the average person that walks to the bar? Why is it like, usually it's like when a good-looking guy or a good-looking girl walks by and we see something about them that don't like, we call it out. Because on our little social ladder, we consider them above us. It's our insecurity speaking. So good-looking people, they get shit on a lot. There was a study where it basically showed that if you went out in traffic with a sports car, even if you're driving super safe and normal, people are just going to give you shit. They're going to try to cut you off. They're going to try to race you. Just because they see a nice sports car, they're already envious. I just want to chill with y'all around a campfire. Me too. That sounds really good. That sounds really cool. Ever known any men who fit the dark triad? Nope. The history of the Catholic Church might not be what you think. There was a lot of negative propaganda coming from Protestants. Man, the Catholic Church is the single biggest criminal organization in the history of mankind, my friend. They don't need no propaganda for them to look bad. Just think about the Spanish conquistadores. Like, they literally went to Mexico, South America, and they just wiped out an entire civilization. They didn't just overtake it, they actively chose to destroy as much of the remnants and culture and, you know, knowledge as they could. They tried to just act like it never existed. That was all in the name of God. So, yeah. Not to get too dark on you guys, but I consider it quite laughable to think that the Catholic Church would need propaganda from an adversary to make them look bad. People use religion and ideology to justify war, committing atrocities. You are repeating propaganda. I'm sorry, but that's not historically accurate. I'm not discussing religion here. Check your historical sources. All right, man. You should read a book called Fingerprints of the Gods by Graham Hancock if you really want to go there. Trust me, I'm well aware of how it went down. And if you seem to think that Spanish people did not cross the ocean and wiped out entire civilizations, being able to do so because those civilizations thought that they were gods and friends, you need to check your sources, my man. Hi Viking, how are you doing today? Very well, Lise. Thank you so much. How are you? Always the ignorance trying to shut down the debate. Yeah. Just think about what happened in Haiti, man. Haiti was the first, I know I told the story before, not too long ago, but they were the first country to successfully overthrow their oppressors. They said, fuck this shit. They kicked the French asses out of there, and literally for standing up for themselves, for not wanting to be slaves. They had to pay billions in retributions to France for basically just defending their homeland. And Some might say that to this day, Haiti is being blackballed because of that. Thoughts on the movie Braveheart? Amazing movie, great movie. Yeah, Mel Gibson knows how to make those type of movies. Apocalypto is also amazing. Dude, Hancock is a conspiracy theorist. I don't mind reading it if you like, but you should check serious historians about the topic. Yeah, the thing about that is Hancock actually was ridiculed and called a so-called conspiracy theorist because he had a theory that a cataclysmic event in the form of a meteor hitting the Earth had ended a very ancient civilization that was far ahead of us. And they were ridiculing him for this for many times, saying, "Where is your crater? Where is your crater?" And they actually found the crater about 2 years ago in Greenland. And ever since, he has been basically restored in the public eye. Dude, like, it's so funny that you think serious historians are the ones who are telling you the truth. They're just an industry. They are just the ones who basically dictate the status quo. And they are scared of new findings because new findings would mean that their old findings were incorrect. So they're doing everything they can to just keep it the way they said it was. There was this French archaeologist who literally, so basically they don't dig further than a certain amount into the ground because it was proven that humans did not exist before a certain time. Right, so they would only go to until a certain layer, and then they would be able to date that layer and say, well, there's no point in doing more excavations because we knew that humans didn't exist before this time, right? So this French archaeologist said, fuck that. He basically kept digging, and then what do you know? Turns out human beings were already around thousands of years before that. So, yeah. Any recommendations for any books or documentaries you've seen recently? Yeah, check out Seaspiracy. So it's SEA Spiracy. It's on Netflix. That's a really good one. Movie-wise, I don't know what you're into. There's a lot of good movies. I watched a really good movie recently. Oh, I watched Get Out. Have you seen Get Out? Sure you have. It's quite famous. That movie blew my mind. I was super late on that one. No controversial info always gets ridiculed. It takes decades for the status quo to change. That's how it is. That's how it is. All right, guys, listen, I'm about to sign off. I'm about 30 minutes in. I still got more stuff to do today. I got more clients. If you want to get in touch with me and do this on a personal basis, you can email me at lorenz.reef@gmail.com. Don't hold back. Change your life today. I'm out. Peace.